Hello YouTube and welcome back to part 8 of Let's Build a Hobbit Village. And in this episode we're going to be doing the pantry. Now I've got my brightness on bright because it's quite dark in here at the moment until I sort out all the lighting bugs and stuff. We've done the kitchen and the dining room in the last episode, and I've already sort of planned out and done the ceiling and everything of the pantry, so I'm just going to quickly walk through this and then we'll start doing the interiors. So I've got this big central pillar, and I don't know why, but I thought this was a cool idea, having them in there, so we have those as well. And then we have this really long, thin corridor, and shooting off this corridor we have smaller rooms that are going to be filled with different stuff. And we have a really tiny one at the back here for storage. And then we have another one here, and this one actually opens up back into the main hall, and it's down by this end of the Hobbit house as well. So what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to have another corridor going off in this direction with 2 or 3 guest rooms shooting off it, and this will be the guest wing. We'll have another sort of communal area here, and then as well as coming off there, we might extend this pantry so that it goes all the way down to that end as well. I'm not too sure yet. We also have space for another pantry room here if we need it. And depending how long this video actually takes to record and get done, we also have a bathroom planned out here. Okay, so let's get started. So, my original plan for this central column is to have this sort of thing going on here. So we're going to have this wrap all the way around this central pillar, and this is just like some nice shelving. We can get lots of stuff going on here if I just keep wrapping it round, and then maybe add stuff along the top part like this as well. You know, it just adds to the idea that we can get shelving in. I might use slabs, or actually I'll use the trapdoor and use metadators, not invisible glass, trapdoor. Right, and they can just go along like that. And I might have to use world. I'm going to definitely have to use world edit in some places. You know, if we just bring that across and get the trapdoors in place, we're going to have to do one here as well. Trapdoor there. Trapdoors, all along, and more trap doors. There we go. Place that in there, and knock that out, and place that in there, and then we need to get rid of these in the middle as well. There you go. So that looks quite nice already, I think, and it really made this big wide open space, and it's just completely shrunk it down, so we've got lots of detail in here now. We're going to go for biome, and I think I'm going to go for not this one but the one that we used over here. So shift and left click, so roofed forest biome for that one. There are lots of different biomes that you can get these different textures in. I just sort of go to the first one that I find and just right click and change all these over. Has that worked? Has that worked? Missed one out. There we go. So that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so what else can we add? Well, I'm going to get cake. Because, again with the cake, there's lots of different metadators for the cake. Now, I've just realised we can't have all these different metadators on here because it will mess up this sort of shelving that we've just designed. So, I'm going to get this back out and see how many different variations we can get and how that affects the different trapdoor biomes. So we can use that one as well. What else do we have? We've got, copy that over, some bread in the normal biome. What else do we have? cherry bakewell. So we've got 3 sort of cakes in the normal biomes, and then 2 in the one that I want to use. Have we got any other ones? I think that might be it actually for the different cakes. Yeah, so we've got 5 different cakes that we can use. So if I do this sort of in the right places, I think I might be able to get away with it and make it look good. Now, I'm going to change the biome like that. And I think every sort of other pillar block we're going to have this texture, and then in between we're going to have this texture. And I think that will make this look pretty good. Put that there, and we want to copy this biome over to there. We also want to copy it over to here. God, I wonder how many biomes are going to mess up. Let's copy those over as well. How's that looking? That looks okay. And we can also add in some small chests around as well, just to make it look a little bit more like there's just odd bits and bobs around. Now, what else can we stick around in this location? We can also have bits of cakes, but I don't really know about that. Do I want to fill this gap in the middle as well? I think what I'm going to do is get fences and put those in down there and up here and up here as well. It just adds a bit more of a divider there, so you can't quite see through to this other side. And now we need to start thinking about other parts of this pantry. So we want to have chests and probably more chests, and we're going to get these to stack and look good, I wonder. So I want to put that facing that way and that up there, and then get another trapdoor there. I need to change this biome. Just notice that. That's fine. There we go. Yeah. So that's all looking okay. I think I might copy that over to there. Maybe leave that as that longer one. How's that one? That's alright, isn't it? It's not too bad. And then down there we can have crafting tables, sort of like that. Does that look a little odd? You can do that anyway. This side we're going to have just some nice simple shelving, just like that, just to make it look like there's stuff there. And painting wise, I've not actually thought about what paintings we can have in a pantry. Maybe he's got a little inventory there. You know, he comes in, he's like, okay, so I've just ticked that off. Don't have any of those anymore, something like that. This section, what can we have here? Maybe we put some crates and barrels, so that's 5 with the metadators. So I'm just going to place that down, right click a couple times, and get some of these crates, and then just put them around like that. Same over here. No, we won't do the same. We'll do more shelving over here. More of that really simple, basic shelving. Could we get away with more shelving, do you think? I think over here we'll do a table. So we need a slab. And with this table we can have chests on it, or we can maybe a flower pot. Maybe that's a bit out of place. So we've got that table there. Maybe we've got some more cake metadators. Which do we think? Should we go for 1, 2, 3, We've only got 4 different. I thought there was 5 different types of cake. We've only got 4 here. That's the one I'm missing, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So we've got 5 different types of cake there now. So we're going to put another cake over here, and we can have. What can we have? Maybe iron bar textures of like some hanging fish or whatever it is. Get a stick out to change the metadata. I do think this pantry is rather big. That's the only downside to it. If I just copy those over, how's that look? Some hanging stuff down there. Doesn't look too bad. I want to get a flower pot. I'm just going to place the flower pot there. And I've lost my stick again. Change that till we get the sort of cup texture, which is that one. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Chest. Do we want a chest maybe? Put chest in and the player head chest as well. Maybe put that on the floor instead of putting it there. That looks okay. But that looks a bit too perfect, so I'm going to move that over. Change this. There we go. So, I like this already. I mean, look at, for such a wide space, we've really made it feel a bit smaller. We've got quite a bit of food in here. I know I haven't got meat and stuff, but that's going to be in one of the sort of offshoot rooms, so don't like be shouting at the screen at me like that. I do have a plan, I know what I'm doing. And I also want to put fences in here. It's the deliberate reason that I left these, just to add a bit of depth variation going on in here. And I could add lighting, but I'm not sure if I want to. I've got my brightness on 100% at the moment, so obviously it doesn't look too bad. I normally have my brightness on 30%, just because it sort of offers like the best of the lighting, and it also makes the dark places still quite dark, but you can still see. And you know, you wouldn't really have a lot of light in here. It's, for me, I think pantries and cellars are the types of rooms that you bring a torch with you, you get what you want, and then you go. But because it's a hobbit hole and we're underground, so there's no like natural light in the daytime, maybe it would be well lit. I'm not sure. So if we put a candle there, adds a bit of light. Maybe we put one on this wall because there's nothing quite back here. You know, that just adds a bit of light to the room. This area back here definitely looks quite sort of bland and empty, so put a table here. And notice how I'm putting the table off center. If I put it in the center, it would look sort of too uniform, too sort of planned. Just off center really makes it stand out a little bit more, or maybe blend in a little bit more because it's not as obvious in its placement. So just change this, see what we've got. Yeah, plate of food. That sort of makes sense for this room, doesn't it? You know, someone's coming in, he's left his food I was eating, forgot all about it. So that's it for this room. So we're going to move further down now, and we can start on the next room. And in this room, it's going to be just a really simple storage for wine and beer and stuff like that. So we need our emerald. So we have a block of emerald. And we're just going to do a real simple full wall like that. Get our meta stick. Hit that all once with the meta stick. So we have this texture. I can't remember if there's actually other variations of this. I don't think there is. And we want a cobweb. Put that there. And we can get that. I want to go check what cobweb textures we actually have for this room in here. And maybe we can put something on the floor down there. Maybe a bottle. Yeah, so it's going to have to be a bottle down there. I've just seen a texture that I liked, the hook one. So I'm just going to try and look for somewhere to put that. Just here. Just make it look like, you know, maybe something used to hang there. Or maybe we could add a cauldron. Where's my cauldron? So I don't think the cauldron's going to look quite right there because it's just blocking the path right in the middle. But we could put a cauldron somewhere on the floor. Maybe over here. Cauldron there. And we can put that bottle there. That seems like a decent place for it. Get me biome tool. I hate it when the textures do this. It's a buggy plugin, I know, but it's annoying at times. I just want to change that for that to put the door back in then. There we go. So this room is really nothing going on at all in this room. Ooh, I wonder if I add the trapdoor to these here, will that sort of add to the look of... Don't know, it kind of does, I think. And then we can have like that one open maybe or something. Yeah, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Something a little bit different you don't see all the time. Just looking at these different textures, what we can maybe work with. Just something to go in this corner. I think we can just go with just a normal simple table, I think. If we just go in here. I just seen, there we go. I knew I'd used it somewhere. This block. Now this block is a bookshelf metadata. And it's just, you know, it's really nice, really simple. It's just covered up. Maybe that's more beer there, just waiting to be opened. So yeah, nice little cellar, really simple. Next one, this is going to be the sort of meat, cold meat area. So if I just add a torch so we can see what we're doing in here for now. And we're going to need 2 variations of oakwood metadatas. We're going to need the normal barrel and we're going to need the crate. So there's the crate and the barrel is this one. And we're just going to spam loads of these crates at the back first. Just click around like this. Then we can put some open barrels around as well. And I'll be changing the biomes because with these biomes you can get different materials in the barrels. So if I just click here, see we get more fish in depending on which biome you're in. So we've got potatoes there. We've got lots of cabbages in here, so I'm going to try change that. More fish. Don't want too much fish though, do we? More of whatever that is. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to do some hanging meat, which we want cobwebs for this. And of course, so we can have a couple along here. Now we've got carrots and herbs there. And I want to change that biome. Have some hanging fish. Change this biome, we can have some rabbit. And some meat there. And I want to have another little table maybe. Maybe he's got a crafting table along there. That's where he sort of slices the meat and then hangs it up. We can have a chest there. And see, the way I've done this, we don't really have space to do more of these hanging textures, which is unfortunate. Maybe I can just do something like this. Nah, sort of cheats and gives us this extra bit here as well. So just copy those and get me biome tool. Don't even know what that is. Looks like more of a fish texture. And there's a different meat texture as well. And I'm just gonna change. We don't want all these cabbages. Fine, we'll have that one in a different colour. If I can, I want the deep ocean version of that actually, just because it won't mess up the grass so much, you know, above the plot. Deep ocean, there we go. So that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a little bit too much over here, I think. We can get a oak stir and an oak slab. Can make a little table. Little table here, and get a player head. Not under there, is it? Player head. Player head chests. Love these player head chests. That can go there. And if we get trapdoors. Trapdoors are just great for, you know, extra shelving like that. I mean, you can't even use it, but it just makes it look like it can be used. Just change that to extreme hills, and there you go. Start to have a nice sort of pantry going here. Just gonna bring that across like that. Maybe put one up there. Maybe have another chest there. Something like that. So yeah, and especially where you're hanging stuff like meat, you can add redstone on the floor, make it look like the meat's dripping or something. Definitely want to put a lot of meat on, a lot of blood on here. So that's sort of where it's all cut up. But you don't want to have torches, because torches give off heat, which would make the food go off quicker. So I'm deliberately leaving this one dark. This room, again, wine, especially red wine, you want it to be stored. Actually no, red wine you want to be stored warm. So what we'll do for that is we'll put a candle, like that. Swap those around. There we go. But people are going to assume that that's not meant to be like that, so we'll do that one. That can be up. There we go. And that makes more sense because the bottle's there, so you know, you pull that out, put the bottle there. Yeah. So now we just need to light up this room. And how are we going to do that? I mean, we could have a redstone torch there. I suppose that gives off a little bit of light. And a redstone torch here. And that looks okay. So, that's been it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed me doing sort of the pantry and cellar and sort of talking through how I do stuff. I'll be doing the toilet in another episode, and I think that this room is just going to be like a furniture storage room, something like that, rather than an actual pantry. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.